We're just getting older, world is getting colder. Trying to get sober, Lord help me get stronger. World is on my shoulders.
How you doing today? This is the 12 of 12 podcast, the podcast about real life recovery, growth and development, redemption, because that's what this is about. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, tap the subscribe button up top and share for more. Also, we are sponsored by First Step Recovery. If you happen to need any help with substance abuse disorder, severe mental illness, or know anybody who needs that type of help, please don't hesitate to reach out to First Step Recovery. See the numbers up top. Reach out to them. They will be happy to help you. Many turnarounds, many lives been changed, souls been saved. And thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and share for more. We have a special guest today, Brian.
How you doing, man?
Man, doing good, doing good. Thanks for coming on. So, where you from, brother?
I'm from San Diego, California.
Oh, San Diego. What about you to Louisville, Kentucky?
I chased a girl after the Navy that was from the East Coast. And,
Oh, you followed her way over here?
Yeah, we met in the Navy, and one thing I do another. I just chased her out here. Of course, we ain't together anymore, so.
Oh, dang, that's how it goes.
That's how it goes, bro.
She's still out here, or did she dip off?
She's in a different state now. She married and all that stuff. So,
oh, dang, yo.
Yeah.
Dang, so how long you did in the Navy?
I did my 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
What made you had that decision to go to the Navy?
Honestly, I didn't know what I wanted to do when I grew up. And I was just graduated high school, and I was a ski bum in Colorado for a couple of years, and I did my thing. So I was about 23, and I still didn't know what I wanted to do. I was broke from the hood, so I didn't really know what we do. So I just joined the military because I want to see the world, and thought I could do it for free in the Navy, honestly.
Yeah. So after 4 years, you were like, I'm done.
Oh yeah, man. There's a lot. It takes your life. It ruined a marriage. It kind of.
Oh, you was married at the time you went into the Navy?
I got married right when I got in, and then just being away for 3.5, 4 years, man. It's got like a 90% divorce rate in the military, so is what it is. And I chased the girl after that, and I guess that's where my addiction started.
Yeah. So while you were still serving, you started using?
No, not really. That's alcohol. Yes, that is the religion of the military. You know what I mean? It's encouraged. Not only encouraged, it's poured into your from day one. So even as a 23-year-old, when we would hit port, all my friends were 18 and just wanted to get drunk, and I wanted to take a tour on an elephant, and go see some cool shit because I was a little older and I'd been partying for. You grow up partying in California, man. It's just, you're partying every weekend. But I never really had an issue, never really wanted, I drank a lot, on the weekends, but did my thing. It wasn't until I got out of the military that I started just doing everything under the table. I literally wanted to try every drug, and I did. Try every drug. And I didn't know where to put my anger. And, I went through some as a kid. My brother robbed a bank. My dad, cooked meth and shit. So I kind of I knew what not to do. I stayed out of that shit. But, when I got out of the military, I had not only all those issues from when I was a kid that I had learned to push down, all that shit came up, plus PTSD from being in the military itself. Just drove me crazy. And it's been 15 years now since I've been out of the military, man. I'm just now starting to have extended periods of times of sobriety. About 3 years ago, I started stop drinking and quitting, and it's been a long road, but this is the longest time I've been sober since probably I was 14. I've never had 6 months sober.
Since you were 14?
Yeah.
So for you to deal with your anger, that's what ultimately led to you beginning your substance abuse issues.
Yeah, I drank and smoked weed growing up, but never had a problem, never abused it. And then I got out of the military, and I just needed to be drunk and high all the time. I spent about 4 years doing heroin. Went on a little meth binge for a while.
So what do you think was what was your drug of choice overall that you like to do?
I would have to say alcohol, because I used alcohol all of my life. I've used, and started abusing it, when I got out of the military. I used it to get on or off of heroin, used to get off of every other drug, but never got off of alcohol. It was just so hard. It was harder to quit drinking than it was heroin, because the come down from heroin is something you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy. So it's kind of easy to like, man, I don't want to feel that ever again. Alcohol, I can kind of deal with some shakes. I can deal with some moods and some throwing up every now and then. It didn't make me want to die. So, and, you know, the plug is on every corner for alcohol. So, you know, it's much harder to quit drinking, because it's every day I get up and go to work, I'm passing 6 liquor stores, and that trigger and that reminder is always there.
And it's legal. You ain't got to worry about
legal.
Nothing else. It's just right there. You know what, man? So many people in the military, man. Like I had a lot of homeboys who went to the military, and a lot of them became alcoholics. A lot of them. It was like it was bad, you know. I mean, I used to be heavy on the alcohol also, man. But just dealing with my issues too. You know what I'm saying? But and I think that we all connected on, hey man, let's just go grab a bottle and we sit there, we get drunk. You know, they don't went on tours over there. I went through wars here on the streets, and then it's like we just connect with each other, and then boo-hoo, tears crying, you know, drinking, reminiscing about stuff, and it's like alcohol, but they're just to help cope with the eternal issues that literally go on with so many people, that they try to mask it with the use of alcohol. And like you said, it was on every corner, anytime, you know, wake up in the morning time, hey, I'm just gonna go to the store, go grab me a little bottle. Then look at it as a problem, and then next thing you know, it's like, okay, yeah, this is a problem. It's not only affecting me, it's affecting my performance, affecting people around me, relationships, and then physically, definitely it's hard on your body, you know. I was like, dang man, what am I doing? So you've been using majority of your life trying to deal with these situations. Have you ever sought therapy, with the therapy or anything for situations?
No, not really. I think I've been, you know, in and out of therapy session probably 5 times in my life. So I never really got therapy. Didn't really, you know, my mom was single growing up, so I grew up without having a father or any sort of example to be, you know, so she was working all the time, so, you know, she hates to be saying this, but, you know, we were raised on the streets, you know, she was at work. We had nothing else better to do but go sit on the corner. So it was something, it was a lifestyle that I grew up trying to get away from.
Yeah.
You know, when I got older, my brothers stayed in it, and you know, they ripped the repercussions of that shit. You know, and a lot of us, what I found out is a lot of us use for. It's not because we just like to get high. A lot of people do, like to get high, but it's escaping. I'm just learning this when I'm in my 30s. You know, I used to get high when back in the day because I didn't like my situation. I didn't understand it. I was a kid, but I didn't understand why other people had other things and bad things were happening to my family. I used to get away from the feeling of seeing, you know, all the time you can get away. And a lot of people do that. You know, a lot of people use because of that. And it's so getting sober is not just not using. It's you got to find out why you're doing that shit. And if I could give that to anybody as far as advice, you know, there's a spiritual aspect of this that it took me a while to realize.
When do you think that you actually realize? Because I personally believe in me being a born again Christian, I definitely believe that it's a demonic thing with using. Like when people say you got to deal with your demons, people will literally have to deal with those demons that's inside of you, the trauma, the unforgiveness, those spirits. You just have to, you know, like I said, a lot of people like to say, oh, you preach a lot or whatever, but like I said, I'm born again, believe in the Lord Christ, and I just believe that, you know, He set me free from a lot of those issues, those demons and forgiveness that I had to deal with, that unforgiveness I had to deal with, had to start forgiving people, had to start, you know, letting a lot of trauma things go, and then that's when I was like, you know what, I don't need this anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm able to move forward, and then once that happens, I'm able to actually help somebody else out.
Yeah, the spiritual aspect of it is huge. And what I just heard from you is learning to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Is also something that I struggle with, and it's still to this day. Forget you did, you put your family through, put yourself through. I can't get over that yet, and it's something that we're all dealing with every day as addicts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you first start realizing, like, you know, it's time for me to make a change? When did you feel like I've gone too far?
It was about 4 years ago. I was drinking too much, gotten off heroin for a year or two, and I was still drinking too much, and I wanted to change my life. So I quit drinking, broke up with the girlfriend.
The one that you came to
Yeah, because she was drinking too much, and it was a toxic, relationship. So broke up with her, tried to just move in with another veteran. But he was fresh out of military as a Marines, and the Marines, they go through really, really bad, the worst of the worst. And he had the worst PTSD you could imagine. And I had just broken up with a girlfriend because she cheated on me, and I was like 2 months sober for the first time in 12 years. I, just cold turkeyed it. I didn't try nothing and nothing else. I didn't take meds, nothing.
Oh, so you just like bam, just hey.
Done. Broke up with my girlfriend, you know what I mean? Got cheated on. Just like, I'm not drinking anymore. Started working at Waffle House, sleeping on the homie's couch, just trying to better my life. And then, found out she was cheating. And then shit of that, I just started drinking again because I lost all hope. I was working at Waffle House, sleeping on some guy's couch. I moved out here because some all went south. I disowned my family to go hang, I can't even go back home unless I go back with money. I can't, I burned bridges. I just hate, there were so many regrets and guilt that I had. I was like, started drinking myself to death. Tried that for like 6 months, just drinking heavily, probably a handle a day. And, 8 months went by and I was feeling like I was still here. Tried to OD one time, took a whole bottle of some pills, hoping not to wake up. I was just ended up being drunk for 3 days. So still knew I needed to quit drinking, but I didn't know how to get out of my situation. I was with an alcoholic veteran as well. He was also completely out of his mind, driving me crazy. I had nobody. I didn't feel like, and so I just started drinking because I didn't have any hope. Lost all hope. And that was 3 years ago, and now I've just been gone to rehab. I spent a year on a horse farm, and
what's the horse farm?
out in Shelbyville. So I went to rehab. That's how I got up here. I was in Nashville with all that stuff happening, but went to rehab. Got on the horse farm. And then got a job. I got plenty of jobs in Shelbyville, but it's in a farm. I'm from the city. Like, I don't have a car. I didn't want to live in a barn. Literally, I'd have to live in the barn and shovel horse hay. And I'm trying to get back to Cali eventually. So I heard about this program out here. And
First up?
Yeah. And
where did you hear from it from?
From a friend at the healing place. His name is Terry. He's a veteran as well. So yeah, he told me about this place, and I'm just trying to rebuild. I'm trying to get a job. Well, I got a job, UPS. Now I'm just saving up for a car, trying to rebuild. And for the first time, trying not to just drink every day. And I've got a couple months clean, and that's the best part about my life right now is just being clean.
Man, you got any kids or anything?
No kids, no. So
it just you just got to get yourself back on that path.
Yep.
Well, how has it been with your stay at First Step so far?
It's been good. We got a lot of good guys here. The classes are really in depth, actually. I like them. They're not just bull classes. We learn something new every day. And, shout out to the teachers. Crystal is really awesome. And she really involves us in conversation, and makes the subject of the day apply to our lives. So I really like that.
You feel like they could relate to what you have going on also?
Definitely. She makes everything into a story, or that applies to her own life or our lives. You know what I mean? She doesn't just read off of it, so it's great. I learn something new every day.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
What
are some of your plans for the future?
Eventually, I'm gonna go back to Cali. I got a couple jobs. I got a couple horse jobs, actually. I'm a certified horse groom for horses. So.
Oh, so you do like the hoof thing? You be doing it? Man, I started for some reason, man, on my Facebook page, just popped up about people chopping the hooves and things like that and cleaning them. I'm like, I didn't know that was like that serious, man. Like, you could a whole entire horse or a cow could just become maimed just because something pricked their hoof and it doesn't get cleaned, it doesn't get chopped down right, and it just next thing you know they can't even walk and they're in a serious situation. And I'm like, what the heck?
If they don't cut their toenails, they will die.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's crazy.
I'm like, what the heck? But like this is like I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, what the heck? So I just started all of a sudden watching these things about the people who be on the farm and they're chopping the hooves and cleaning the hooves and cleaning the pus and stuff out, all type of. Hey, don't call me a weirdo now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a real job. Like people, they really be getting paid.
Expensive.
Yeah, they get paid to go. They're like, it's they're like a horse doctor for their feet.
The horse I was grooming every morning was worth like $2 million.
Jeez.
No, and they named her Alexis Texas.
What?
After a damn porn star.
That's crazy.
5-time pony of the year. They named her after a porn star. Because that's what rich old white people do.
You had to groom those. So how long overall did you do the grooming though?
Probably about a year.
How did you get into that?
There's a veteran program.
That's an interesting thing to actually get into.
Yeah, there's a veteran program for veterans and people coming out of lockup and jail. You go there and you live on the farm and you get certified. So it's about a 6-month process to get certified, and then they get you a job on a farm somewhere all over the United States, actually.
What?
Yeah, so I got me a job out in town here. I've got a job waiting for me in California when I go back there. I'm trying to not be on somebody's couch when I go back. I'm gonna go back and whip some cash and be right, not mooch on people.
And First Step is kind of helping you with that process.
Yes, they are the bridge that is helping me rebuild my life. They're the cornerstone of what I'm building right now. If I didn't have this, I'm just a guy that was homeless. I got cheated on and I'm homeless now. For the most part, I definitely have abused alcohol and drugs throughout my life. So this program is perfect for me. But
it's not trying to cripple you; it's give you a step up.
There's a lot of guys out here that are in my situation. That we're not all just like felons coming out of lockout, but they're helping guys like that too.
Some people just happen to be in messed up situations.
Just need a leg up. Yeah, some of us just need a leg up, and that's what First Step has done for me, man. Being that base, how I can sleep at night. I got a bed, and now I can have the ability to go get a job and not stress out about where I'm going to sleep tonight.
That's a great thing, because I heard some of the programs, man, and I don't know names or anything, but some programs just happen to not even want you wanting to work or anything like that.
Yeah, which I don't understand. If you're going to have a program, how am I supposed to build my life? I can't just sit in this program and go to classes all day. I've got to work. If I'm supposed to do anything with my life from here on, if I'm supposed to get out of this program, I've got to go pay rent somewhere.
Exactly.
I got to get a job. So that's what's really helpful. I wouldn't be in this program if they didn't let me work. It would just be a never endless.
Yeah, it'd be an endless cycle, man.
Endless cycle.
I think that's one thing that I do like about First Step. People who's out there seeing this also, man, they really do care for the people, and they don't want you to just be dependent on being that First Step 1, 2, 3 years. No, they want you to get right and go on about your life. Get your family back together. They want you with a job. And if you do have a job, they'll literally work around your schedule. Like if you got in the morning time, okay, you can take some nighttime classes. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're a nighttime class, or if you work in the morning time, they'll work with you, They don't want, and they give you chores and things like that. It's just building responsibility and things like that to help you get back on your feet. They try to actually do something with yourself. Because that's ultimately, they don't want to just sit there and baby you. They want you to, hey, we're here to actually help. And you go on about your life after that.
And it's structured, which is really good here. A lot of these guys, first of all, it doesn't matter anybody you move in with, nobody lives together the same. So everybody's from a different walk of life. And some of these dudes don't know what common sense is to you, and you sometimes, they feel the same about you. But so there's a structure here. You got to wake up at 6. You got to make your bed. There's little things that guys don't know they never learned growing up that they're making us, as established as a standard here to just get you prepared for life, I just wanted to give a shout out to First Step for having some good standards and protocols in place to build upon, and eventually being productive member of society, is what we say.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, man. Hey, if y'all knew, you see the information that we always throw up top. Check out the information. These are real stories, real people, just real life experience that we talk about on here, man, and just ways to better ourselves. So we have a plan for the future to get back to California. But you don't want to go back empty handed and saving some money. You got a job up there. It's another. Hey, do they tell all the veterans about the horse and hoof thing with the job there? Do they let them know when they get out of the army or anything like that?
Oh, no. This was very word of mouth type of thing. But it is called horse sensing. It's run by Sally and David Broder. They're in Shelbyville, Kentucky. Anybody who's fresh out of jail or a veteran and they want to get into horses, they can come out with a grooming license and they'll get you a job and a place to stay afterwards. Again, it's called Horse Sensing in Shelbyville, Kentucky.
Appreciate that, Brian, man. And y'all definitely look up that information, man. If you're a veteran and you're out here, man, and you need that help, that's what this is about. That's what this format is for. We're sharing good, valuable information. We want to see everybody. I want to see everybody, man. At the end of the day, just do great in life, man. God first, and He'll lead that path, man. Don't forget to forgive yourself. Forgive others. And love thy neighbor as thyself is what the word says. So when you start loving yourself, you can love your neighbors. How you love yourself. It's okay. You might have made some mistakes in the past. You might have done some horrible, wicked things in the past. But the Lord Christ forgave me. I'm just a sinner saved by grace. I did some horrible things. He's there for you too. Anybody who's out there. Is there anything else you want to tell the people out there? Let them know now. It's your time. Whatever you want to say. Any advice? Any whatever.
Sobriety's possible. Just keep trying.
Sobriety's possible. It definitely is. Don't give up, people. We're here for you. There's help out there. Reach out to the numbers. Go down the videos. Check them out. There's a lot of good information out there. A lot of different programs out there. Wherever you're at in your city, your state, just look for a program that's there that's the best for you. And then if anything, if you need to, don't have anything in your area, try to get over here. We can help y'all out. We love y'all. And continue to fight the good fight. Stay strong, and thank you again, Brian, for coming on. And
yes, sir.
have a blessed day.